Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ole Miss offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Well, everybody knew when Ole Miss blew out State last time.
And they put a number up on it. Everything was clicking. Yes, and the Egg Bowl is always close. It seems like those games come down to something crazy. But last year, Hotty toddy put the smack down.
Yeah, it was Hotty Toddy that was able to just handle the emotion in that game right from jump. I mean, offensively, they jumped all over the Bulldogs early. That's going to be a big key for them again, I think, this time around.
And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, this offense, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Jones?
So Mississippi State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And Camario Taylor will be running the show. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. They'll give it to Fluff. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you...
Goes high to pull it in. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Out wide left, it's Gill.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it easy to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey on the stop. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Third down play from the gun. Right side, it's Cook. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes. He's at the he is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Quick give. It's Lacey. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
And it was amazing to watch Kejuan Lacey take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before, and you're kind of like, he's not that great of a player. All of a sudden, goes to Ole Miss, and you see the speeds, the long stride, the playmaking ability. This was an offense at Ole Miss that was built around him a year ago, and he's back, and I expect him to be fed and fed well. And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like...
He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Cotton. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He'll do it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. 2nd down coming up. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. He's got the 1st down. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Out wide right, it's West. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's a give to Bothwell. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They think there's room to run to the right here. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Finds his target down the middle. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Rebels will hustle to the line. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Off play action. Still looking to his right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. He's past the marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Bothwell again. At the 40, there he goes. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. The lone back's got it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bulldogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Taylor wants to throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Left side is Alexander. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. New set of downs after the completion. Hits inside. It's Lacey. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out wide left, it's Alexander. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Lacey. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Left side is West.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's going to run it. Crosses the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets him to the 49-yard line. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Under pressure. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This will likely be the last play of the half. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Evans. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he's going to bring it out. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. And the third down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2. Looking to throw, it's Chambliss. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the gold. And that breaks away in the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Right side, it's Lacey. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Rush right in his face. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Rebels. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now give it to Flop. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Trying to escape and get it himself. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sweet cut there. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Oh, pressure's coming. Left side, it's West. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Taylor wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
We use the term field goal range, but if you keep missing the field goals, you're not in range, so the offense will go for it. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Back's got it on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Drives inside. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Stopped right there. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They're all over him, trying to get away. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They move on top here in the fourth. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Trying to squeak through the pile.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll start on the ground with Clough Bothwell. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Taylor wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Cotton. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Here's a give to Bothwell. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Enough to move the chains. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Right side, it's Cook. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Trying to make one miss. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Just smothered on the play. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 2nd down to the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Cook. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has...
Makes the grab and room to run. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Chambliss. Look out! Avoids the pressure and gets away. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Field goal is good, game is tied, and how about a little drama, guys?
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Going to try to get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Drops back on first down. Finds us back in the middle. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Really trying to make that tempo work here to get a little bit closer for the kicker.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Right side, it's West. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Taylor wants to throw it. Turns it upfield. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And the line of scrimmage is the 30. That'll leave them a 47-yard attempt and a chance to win the game. It's gone! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. The Bulldogs have their day as they take down the Rebels and pirate that Egg Bowl trophy and take it right back to start Vegas. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.